Hello my nerds, it is the man of the hour Kingdom back with another video. As the new year begins, that also means more games will arrive, and from those games I have chosen to primarily talk about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the newest addition to the most popular fighting game franchise. Like most people, I am super excited for the release of this game, and to show my excitement, I wanted to create a wish list of the characters I want to see appear within the DLC or the game upon release. However, for this video, there will be some rules and restrictions as to which characters we can talk about. As of right now, this is still speculation. We don't actually know if there won't be any X-Men or Fantastic Four reps in this game. This is due to the fact that Marvel's mainstream characters are owned by Disney, and X-Men and Fantastic Four franchise members, including villains, are owned by Fox. Getting the creative rights to use a character or characters in this case are really hard and aggravating, so it is unclear if Capcom will be willing to make any negotiations with Fox to use these characters. So for now, there will be no X-Men or Fantastic Four characters in my wishlist, although Nightcrawler would have been a really cool addition. Now let's continue the video. Now let's start out with the kicker. My first most wanted character is Venom. Now that Spider-Man is back in his original home of Marvel and somewhat out of the hands of Sony, that means Spider-Man villains can now be put into Marvel games and other forms of media once more, not just comics. This means that Venom can return to the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise once more. This is great because I always loved Venom as a character, and seeing him in a fighting game made me so happy. Venom is a monstrous enemy and one of Spider-Man's most dangerous enemies at that. He is fast, versatile, and cunning, and his gameplay in the previous MVC games mirrored his personality of savagery greatly. From being able to stretch his symbiotic tendrils in case exposing them, to forming his hands together to form a massive sharp-teethed claw to clamp down on opponents for some pretty good amount of damage. Besides that, he is also a fan favorite and one of my favorite Marvel characters as a whole, and just imagine how his old 2D sprite from MVC2 would look in 3D in high definition. Not only that, but you don't even have to change his moveset. Give him the same moveset he had from the previous game, only adding a few changes here and there to fit modern times, like they did with Iron Man and Captain America in the MVC Infinite trailer. It's a simple way to bring him back to the series, and it would be so cool to see his dialogue between the cast of the game once again. Plus his super moves would look amazing in glorious 3D and HD. Speaking of savagery, this brings me to my next character. Why not give Reptile a shot? Reptile is personally one of the better younger characters to arrive from the Marvel comic universe, but he hasn't had any real fanbase outside the comics. His only real media appearance was in Marvel Superhero Squad, which is that campy cartoon show that used to be around that showed off Marvel characters in this cheesy form. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly suggest it. It's good for a few laughs here and there. But other than that, Reptile hasn't really made any real mainstream appearance, and I feel like this is due in part mostly because he is not as well known out there, which really goes for all the younger heroes in the comics. They suffer from the fact that they aren't really the higher ups in most cases. They will be compared to other heroes just like them. In Reptile's case, Beast Boy cast his big shadow over him, and it's hard for Reptile to climb out of it because Beast Boy is the more famous out of the two. I say this because both of these heroes have the ability to transform. In Beast Boy's case, he's able to transform into any animal, both present and past, which includes dinosaurs, and he's also able to transform into extraterrestrial animals as well. However, in Reptile's case, he is only capable of transforming into dinosaurs on Earth, and only dinosaurs on Earth. It's nothing more than that, besides the fact that his skin is completely orange in both human and dino form. This is mainly why Beast Boy is the better of the two and why Reptile is overlooked most of the time. But that doesn't mean Reptile is any less of a character. Reptile, although heavily influenced by Beast Boy, is still a really cool character, and seeing his battle commentary between him and the characters from both the Capcom and Marvel cast will be very entertaining. His battle style could also be very unique as well. The creators can make him a very quick character, with his dashing animation being him changing his legs into Velociraptor legs so he can run really fast across the screen. His basic attacks could also be him changing certain parts of his body into that of dino parts, in which we would then proceed to attack you. The possibilities of this character in terms of gameplay are really endless. Speaking of fun and different, maybe we move on to the next character. We have Sentry. Sentry is basically the Superman of the Marvel Universe. I mean, he has the power of 10 exploding suns. Have you ever seen a sun explode? Well, I hope you haven't, because even one sun explosion can be the end of any planet nearby, but still it is quite a powerful sight to behold. Sentry is another example of a very unique character who, if done right, could be a great addition to the franchise. In order to get him right, however, you will need to be able to express his nearly limitless power without making him an overpowered and broken character. I can see Sentry working as both a grappler and brawler. I feel that in terms of gameplay, you can mix strong heavy punches with tight and swift grabs to set up many combos. Sentry is also seen being able to shoot beams from his hands, which could also be incorporated into the game easily. And I say easily because we have so many characters who can shoot beams from their hands. But something that I feel Sentry will be able to show his power the most is within his super moves. Possibly for his level 1, they could do what they did for Nova in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and give him just a giant beam that he can shoot in front of him that will catch the enemy up if they aren't able to block or avoid it in time. For his level 2 super, I believe he can do something like Super Skull, where he just surrounds himself in this huge dome of energy, and if the enemy is caught in it, it would keep dealing damage until they get out of it until it ends. However, for his level 3 super, I think what would be really cool is Sentry utilize the power of the Void and just ends the enemy that way. There's literally no wrong you can do with this character. As long as he plays somewhat like Superman, you have a pretty decent Sentry. Moving to that of more obscure characters, maybe we can get Purple Man in this game. And no, before any of you start, I do not mean the one from Five Nights at Freddy's. Purple Man, or as his real name is stated, Jebediah Killgrave, is as weird as they come. He is a well-known villain in the Marvel Universe, able to release a certain pheromone from his skin that is so powerful that it is capable of controlling anyone's minds. He primarily uses his power of mind control to control that of women's minds, so he can then proceed to, well, you get the picture, no need to spell it out for you guys. If you want to know more about this character, just look him up because he's definitely not a PG character, or a PG-13 character for that matter. The only problem with him being in a game like this is that I don't believe he's much of a fighter in the comics, but that could easily be fixed by giving him his own unique moveset like Capcom did for Phoenix Wright in the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Notably, a unique thing they can give him is a pistol for all his attacks. Purple Man isn't a character who necessarily likes to get his hands dirty, preferring to keep a gentleman facade, but he isn't above using guns, much less a pistol in that regard. So when it comes to gameplay, I can see his basic attacks being a series of precise and quick gunshots that can be formed together to create a combo. In terms of his ability to control people's minds, that could be a good stunning move against opponents. He can start the attack with the pistol shots, and then when he's in close, a number of button presses can release the pheromone, stunning the enemy to set up the second combo. Of course, his mind control will be best utilized in super moves, with his level 1 being a simple pistol barrage followed by a dirty kick to the gut, perhaps. His level 2 super could be him releasing the pheromone from his body, and a barrage of girls come rushing and attacking your opponent. Now his level 3 will be the most brutal and probably the most graphic, which does kind of fit his character personality perfectly. His level 3 super would be the ability to take control of his opponent's mind. But here's the kicker. The level 3 super has the varying effects depending on what gender your opponent is. If your opponent is a male, when you activate your level 3, Purple Man will control his mind, forcing him to beat himself with his own power. Some of the male characters in this game are extreme powerhouses, so just imagine them hitting themselves with all their power full force. Now if there are female, Purple Man will take control of the character, and then the screen will just go black, coming back on with the female character lying on the ground unconscious, and confused when they stand back up. However, I highly doubt they would do that for a level 3, even if they did put Purple Man in, which I highly doubt they would do due to his graphic nature. The fact of the matter is, no matter how cool or true to the character that super move is, it would imply rape of the female characters in the game, and the world just isn't ready for some kind of gameplay like that. But I know if Purple Man is included, then Capcom will make him a pretty fun character, and they have done it before. Now the final and equally as obscure character on my list is Mickey Mouse. Yes, you heard me, Mickey Mouse. And not just any Mickey Mouse, the Mickey Mouse from Kingdom Hearts. I want this version of Mickey because although classic Mickey and the Mickey from the Epic Mickey game series would be equally as cool, Kingdom Hearts Mickey is the only Mickey that can actually fight and has been doing so for a long time. Plus, Kingdom Hearts Mickey is just so badass, and if you stay on this channel long enough, you'll come to find out that I'm a true not a Marvel fan, Kingdom Hearts fan. Mickey can easily find a slot on the Marvel side since, you know, Marvel is owned by Disney. However, in terms of gameplay, his style will be amazing, blending Kingdom Hearts combat with Marvel vs. Capcom combat. Of course, his basic attack utilizes Keyblade. I can imagine him like any other character who wields a blade in a fighting game, a basic attack of sword slashes. And not only would he have his sword, but Mickey is really small, so I can see him using his small size in advantage, just like the characters of Amaterasu and Beautiful Joe from the previous MVC game. Although Mickey, although a rather obscure character choice for the game, is still a worthy addition as long as it is Kingdom Hearts Mickey, because anybody who has played the Kingdom Hearts series knows that Kingdom Hearts Mickey is the most badass character within that series. The super moves, it will be unique, but I'm kind of stunned on him. For his level 1, I suppose he could just strike quickly with a blade, like some sort of blade barrage reminiscent of the Wolverine's Berserker barrage. For his level 2 super, I have 2 ideas. One of those ideas is that a horde of Heartless could spawn behind him, forcing him to flee off screen, making the horde envelop his enemy, dealing some good damage. Another idea is that he could use the chain reaction thing from the Kingdom Hearts series, in which he grabs the opponent and it simulates the quick time events from the game, forcing you to press buttons at a precise time to attack the enemy. For his level 3, I would really want him to summon Sora and Riku to help aid in his attack, all 3 of them attacking the enemy at once with their unique keyblades and personalities. The only issue with all this is that Capcom may have to get the rights to use this character from Square Enix, and like I said, earning the rights to use characters is a really aggravating process, so the chance of getting this character is very slim. Anyways guys, That is my wish list of the characters I want in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Some of the characters have a better chance of making it into the game than others, but in the end, this is a wish list, so you get what you can take. I have a lot more characters I want in this game, but because the video is getting pretty long, I decided to cut it short. If you want to see a part 2 to this video, don't forget to like the video and comment down below, hey, I want to see a part 2, and I will start right away on the part 2. I just want to let you know videos like these take a very long time. Besides the fact I have to edit them, which is already a pain in the ass, I also do the voice work for them, find video clips, place music behind it, and write the script. So if you could drop a like, I would really appreciate it. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to be notified of when I upload, click the small bell by my name, by my subscription button. Sorry for my messed up English. This is my first commentary, and I'm getting used to it. And you'll be alerted when I make another video. It is officially Kiingdom Nerd stepping down from the throne. Also, before I end the video, I just want to tell you guys I have a gaming channel. I'll link it down in the description. It's Kingsway HD. It's a no commentary gameplay channel, which you can just watch the videos and there won't be any commentary to mess you up on it if you just want to watch the video without the commentary on it. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video.